Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. So, how's that for a working title? Now, I'm sure you all remember one particular sequence near the beginning of The Half-Blood Prince. In a glum, lifeless setting, Harry sits alone in a cafe, Treats Cafe to be exact, looking down on his luck, reading the latest in the Daily Prophet. In the film prior, Harry had lost his godfather Sirius, one of the last real connections that he had with his parents. Additionally, by this point it had become abundantly clear that Voldemort was once again rising to power. This certainly didn't brighten the occasion. It's later revealed that Harry spent a lot of time at Treats Cafe over the summer of 1996, as it was conveniently located at Surbiton train station. You see, Harry had a lot to think about, and with school out, he still needed some kind of outlet to occupy his thoughts. Harry found solace in train hopping, traveling around the country with no real destination. Though it didn't solve his problems, it provided him with some level of relief, a way to decompress. However, no matter where Harry traveled, he would often find himself back at Treats Cafe. Despite spending the summer alone, Harry was not entirely devoid of human interaction, for you see, there was a waitress at Treats Cafe that tickled Harry's fancy. This girl, he liked talking to her, and I expect that it was primarily because she knew nothing of the wizarding world. She knew nothing of magic. To her, he wasn't Harry Potter, the boy who lived. He was just a strange guy who rode trains all day. Harry Potter? Who's Harry Potter? Oh, no one. Bit of a tosser, really. One big mistake on Harry's part, however, was reading a magical paper in a muggle setting, as the waitress eventually became privy to the moving pictures on the pages, a violation of the International Statute of Secrecy. Fortunately for Harry, however, the waitress was able to brush it off due to working late, so nothing came of it. One undeniable aspect of this scene, however, was that there was an odd chemistry between Harry and the unnamed waitress, a chemistry which, as far as the films are concerned, was never really established between Harry and Ginny. What's strange about that? Oh, I don't know. They only ended up marrying each other. In my opinion, this was one of the film's biggest faults, and I say film explicitly here because this was not a mistake made by the books. Let me be completely clear, this was a movie error, a fundamental lack of development with regards to Ginny's character. I love the movies, don't get me wrong, but one of the biggest mistakes they made was their approach to Harry and Ginny, as their relationship always seemed very sudden and forced. You see, their relationship is much more complex than the films depict. In the books, Harry suppresses his feelings for Ginny over a long period of time, and the film's critical error here is that they made it seem like this was some sudden, new thing with an immediate onset. To the casual observer or someone that has only seen the films, Harry and Ginny's relationship comes out of nowhere. Failure to develop Ginny's character inhibited their ability to develop her relationship with Harry. In the films, we see Ginny dating other guys in an attempt to get over Harry, but once again, without the context of the books, it wouldn't necessarily appear that way. It would just look like Ginny dating, which she is certainly allowed to do. Book Ginny was the quintessential Gryffindor, brave, sassy, and powerful. Film Ginny was meek, quiet, and shy. Book Ginny was a culmination of all of the best traits of the Weasley clan, with her own fiery, independent personality. Film Ginny was flat, with a personality that was forcibly injected with one-liners. Don't get me wrong, I loved the Harry Potter movies. I'm not a book or nothing type of fan. I grew up watching them and I aged as the characters aged, making it an extremely special occasion going to see the newest release. However, on this account, they certainly failed to live up to the book's expectations, as, in my opinion, film Harry Potter was better suited to, not Ginny Weasley, but the waitress of Treats Cafe. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, anything's possible if you've got enough nerve.